Good evening. Welcome to BCFC TV. My name is Paul Short, and I'm here at Starlight Stadium in Langford, British Columbia for an all-island matchup between the Vancouver Island Raiders and the hometown Westshore Rebels. Every time these two teams meet, it's sure going to be a game because ever since 2005, when the Raiders franchise was granted, they don't really have, I shouldn't say not a lot of love for each other, but they're very competitive games, as any sport on Vancouver Island is when Nanaimo and Victoria play. Last week, the Rebels got by the Valley Huskers by a 38-17 score, and the Raiders are up in Kamloops where they edged the Kamloops Broncos by 14-7 score. So Raiders are 1-1. Rebels are 2-0, battling for this island championship, if you will. But it should be a good football game as both teams are starting to get into the sink of playing junior football again. The Rebels, who had a tough year last year, going 1-7. And the Raiders, who made the playoffs, the Rebels didn't. The Raiders beat them twice last year. So there's going to be a little bit of payback tried by the Rebels. And you know the Raiders are always going to bring it as they have in the end. I want you to sit back, enjoy this game tonight, and we'll see you kick off. Thank you and welcome back. We just had the team captains out with head official Hans Vanderdoe to open this game. Got a beautiful evening for a football game. A little warm on the field, but I think both these teams were used to that. Last week here it had to be 40 degrees, and talking to Curtis Vizza, the head coach of the Vancouver Island Raiders up in Kamloops last week, he said it had to be over 50 on the field. So boy, I feel for these young men. But the Rebels, we're going to be receiving the opening kickoff, and they're going to be dressed in their home reds to our right, and on the left side will be the Raiders kicking off in their away whites with black pants. Last week, if you recall, the Kieran Hardesty took the opening kickoff back 92 yards, I think it was, for a touchdown against the Valley Huskers, and that's kind of the wake-up call, but it's a different ball game here, and this is going to be an interesting one. Home field's never been friendly to the Rebels in this rivalry. They've met. This is the 18th time they're going to meet here in Victoria or Westshore, and the Rebels have only won 3 of them. So they're kind of due, and they lost both last year. The one game here plus the one in Nanaimo. Here we go, number 28, Sterling Henry kicking off. Taken by number 10, Kieran Hardesty. Got some good blocks. Oh, a very good return out to about his own 46-yard line for the Rebels' little scrimmage 1st and 10. Starting quarterback, Tim Jesse, he had a really good game last week. He kind of a little slow at the beginning, but he opened up a little bit in the second half and came away with 2 touchdowns in the day, and right now he's throwing 65% completion rate with the 2 games they played, just 34 of 52 for 499 yards. The handoff to Hardesty, right up the middle. Oh, the 55-yard line got him, but not before he picked up pretty close to a first down, if not a first down. They're calling for first down. It's hard to tell what the game plan is for the Rebels today. They have so much success through the air, and the Raiders, I don't want to say they're not bad through the air, but they're one of the teams that struggle against the pass, giving up a league leading 8.1 yards per reception. Jesse back to pass, his first of the day. That was intended for number 11, Mike Olivier. And that was incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 10. Yeah, as I said, that Tim Jesse, he's 34 of, now 53 for 491 yards, 1 interception, 5 touchdowns. His 65% completion rate leads the BCFC behind, and he's at 2nd in passing behind Sun quarterback Dominic Britton. So that ball was, again, it's a little bit high, sailed on him. And the number 42, Ethan Moran, almost got his hands on that for the interception. The Rebels, two incomplete passes, are going to be punting this ball away. Number 14, Simon Hales will be doing the honors. Deep for the Raiders, number 27, Will Adams. Game just underway, 13 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, no score. Left-footed Simon gets his leg into it. Will Adams lets it bounce at about the 20. And then he's not going to go much farther. Thrown to the ground by number 20 of the Rebels, Hunter Bowles. So the Raiders take over at their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10. At quarterback, number 11, Ben Chumalak. They've been having a pretty good year himself. If I can find it here, he's 32 of 52 for 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 61.5% completion rate. Mr. Vanderdoe blows it in. Came out in a split formation. He's not really. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. And he's going up top right away. Number 4, Aaron Bradbrook, just out of his reach. On the coverage there was number 29, Bronson Pfeiffer. That incomplete pass, bring up 2nd and 10 from the 19. A lot of teams always try to make, if you don't get a big return, you try to put the ball up in the air as quickly as you can. Opening first 2 or 3 plays, see if you catch somebody thinking about what they did today or what they had for lunch. The Raiders break the huddle and the same formation. Chumalak's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Number 21, Jackson Raybuck in the backfield. A little crossover in the middle. That's the number 83, Hayden Day, and he was taken down the ground right away by number 42, Cordell Holder, the leading tackler on the Rebels. And Cordell came into this game with 9 tackles, 1 assist, and leads a team leading 2 sacks. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, the Rebels only have 2 sacks, and he has them both. Yeah, back to punt, number 42, Ethan Moran. And deep is number 18, Cairo Berry. He's standing at his own 53. The punt off the side of his foot, and it bounces out of bounds. Probably going to be looking at about right at the 50-yard line. The Rebels are going to take over at the Raiders' 50. Punt returner Cairo Berry last week tied a Rebels punt return record for a game with 8, and he tied it with Bryson Mayo from 2019, and it's also the 3rd best in BCFC history record he shares with Rebels defensive coordinator and co-head coach Dexter Janke when Dexter played for the Sun. There's Hardesty again right up the middle for a good gain of 6. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Yeah, Hardesty last week had a pretty darn good game himself. He, along with opening the game with that 92-yard kickoff return, he had his legs moving pretty good throughout the entire game, and he ended up running for 65 yards and 13 carries, and also caught 2 passes for 17 yards. There's another handoff to him. Oh, nice cut. Oh, that's a good saving tackle by number 2 on the Raiders, Sean Adams. I think Hardesty would have been in the end zone by now. But a good run, pick up a 1st down. I'm going to put the ball on the Raiders' 30-yard line. Sorry, 25-yard line. Yeah, last year's game, the final game of the year, the Raiders pretty well handled. The Rebels pretty good, and so I think the Rebels want to get off to a good start in this one. That's the 3rd straight run to Hardesty. picked up, it looks like about 3. Tackle on the play by number 99, Nehemiah Ford Brown, or Bone, sorry. Yeah, second and long, 7. 3 receivers to Jesse's right, 2 to his left. Fake to Hardesty over the middle, and they threw that to 1 to number 8. Kieran Pazan, last year BCFC All-Star. Yeah, first down. Picked that up by about a yard. So it's going to give he's still got a fresh set of downs here. Sitting at about the 11-yard line, so it's 1st and 10. Good little drive happening here. They got a little gift on that punt that only went about 20 yards, 25 yards. Eight minutes and 55 seconds, clock rolling. Rebels 1st and 10 at the Raiders 11. Split backfield, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hardesty right up the middle. Got a good block. Looks like he got down to inside the 5. Looks like about maybe the 3. Which will bring up about a 2nd and 1, 2nd and maybe 2. Team president and newly minted offensive coordinator for this season, Rob Lervold, who also played football for this team back in 1987 and 88. Gets his play in. 3 receivers to Jesse's right, 2 to his left. Hardesty in the backfield. And off to Hardesty, an easy touchdown run, but there's a flag on the play. It looked like one of the Rebels may have been a little bit early on the motion. We'll find out. Being down that close, you're also going to see possibly the Raiders offside. Got offside against Westshore. So that's going to move the ball back 5 yards, and that'll bring up about a 2nd down and a 2nd and 6. That touchdown run was nullified. And referee blows the clock to start. Jesse's got his play. He's trying to get everybody organized. Yeah, was he calling a timeout or something? Timeout Raiders. Raiders took a timeout. Yeah, you hear the water call in these games, boy, because it has been hot. Yeah, Hardesty, over the 2 games, he's run 23 times for 122 yards. He is the leading ball carrier for the Rebels. And defensively for the Raiders, Jason Henderson, who last year was a running back, this year they get him a linebacker. He leads his team and pretty close to the entire Canadian or BCFC with 11 tackles, 1 assist, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. So he's having a great year. His transition from offense to defense doesn't seem to slow him down, that's for sure. So Jesse got his play and back in the huddle. 2nd down and yeah, close to 7, but I'll say a long 6 here. Ball resting at the 8-yard line. Three receivers to Jesse's right, 1 to his left. And a throw here on 2nd down. Deep in the corner. Oh, just over the head of Mike Olivier, or Kieran Pazant, sorry. Just over his head. Call for a field goal try. Not sure what Simon Hales will do the honors. It's going to bring up, I guess it'll be about a 15-yard field goal. Something like that. Yeah, 15 yards. Simon's he's perfect on the years, 3 for 3. His longest has been 29 yards. And the That kick is good. That makes the score with 7 minutes and 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Westshore Rebels 3, Vancouver Island Raiders nothing. Oh, flag on the play. Didn't see that. So the penalty is going to be applied on the kickoff. It looks like it's a roughing the passer or roughing the kicker penalty, 15 yards, and they put the ball down the 50. So field goal was good. Rebels didn't take the points off the board. And they'll be kicking off from the Raiders' 50-yard line. Trying to speed this up a bit here. A lot of times they'll usually get maybe after a touchdown, if there's no commercials or there's no injury, you only get maybe a minute to get your special team crew on the field. And the officials, some of the officials enforce it, to where they want to just get the game going, not too much lag time. And others, you don't realize that it's been that long sometimes. Oh, Hales tees it up, the 50-yard line. Deep for the Raiders is number 4, Marion Bradbrook, and I think it's 82, Hayden Davies for the Raiders. A little onside kick. Oh, beautifully taken out of the air by number 19, Connor Way for the Rebels. That's going to turn the ball over to the Rebels for a first down at about the 32-yard line of the Raiders. Kick a field goal, turn it around, you get going again. So the Rebels on this first little turnover here in the game take over possession at the 32-yard line of the Raiders. And the way they did that first couple weeks is they tried to strike deep after a turnover. So we'll see what the call is here from Coach Lervold. He's dropping back to pass. He's going deep. He's going to the corner. Oh, and Pazant just slipped as he came out of the break on the flag pattern. Or he might have been able to catch that one. But in any event, it was an incomplete pass and brings up 2nd down and 10. Yeah, Kieran Pazant, like I mentioned last year, he was a All-BC All-Star, and this year he's leading the team in receptions. Coming into this game, he had 8 for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's kind of picking up where he left off last year. Still in shotgun. Got a holding penalty for sure, and I think there was a motion penalty against the Rebels. But as Jesse he scurried out of the pocket, and he looks like he picked up about 6 yards, but I think that's coming back on legal procedure as well as a holding penalty. No, I thought it was a holding penalty, but it's only the one call, which was legal procedure on the left guard. When the head official threw his flag late, I thought it might have been a holding penalty. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Rebels. Ball placed at the 37-yard line. Raiders 37. It's a big down, really. Raiders definitely have to hold these guys to a field goal try or a punt. We got another whistle. Find out what the discussion is here. Yeah, I'm not sure what the discussion would be here. There was I think they were checking the down and distance. Yeah, I think maybe the deep guy thought it might have been, that last play was first down, but it was actually second down. Delay there by the head official to make sure the knees are covered. Jesse to throw over the middle. Oh, nice play. That was a nice catch. Holding on, holding on, holding on. That's number 2, Zion Brown Dogby, in that reception. And that's the first down play. Will Adams out hold of him, but he was holding on as hard as he could, and he wouldn't go down. Now we have another timeout for an injury here, or there's a Rebel down. Not sure what number that is. And you see on the replay here, Jesse just threaded that ball right in there, and Zion had to turn to his left to make the catch after he was running, or sorry, turn to his right after he was running to his left. So it was just a tremendous catch, and then very, very difficult individual to bring on get on the ground. Hunter Bowles, number 20, that's a little bit of a limp when he's coming off. Just one of those little penalties. You know, you hope the guy's hydrated all day to keep the cramps away. Last week there were a lot of Rebels went down with cramps. So first set of downs for the Rebels. The ball resting at the, looks like about the 13-yard line. Split formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hand off to Hardesty right up the middle. Looks like he tripped over number 5, Jason Henderson. I just he was trying to make his cut there, but not before he picked up about 5 yards. To bring up a 2nd and 5. And ball resting at the, looks like around the 17-yard line, I guess. It's hard to see here, so that goal line, so it's difficult to see exactly where sometimes, especially when the sun's up. Another handoff to Hardesty. He's been a workhorse so far this first quarter. Looks like he's just come up shy the way the head linesman's walking in. Yeah, looks like about a yard shy, so I think they're going to probably, Rebels, nobody's yelled for field goal team, so I think they're going to go for it here. Yeah, here's a gamble, just over a yard. It's, I guess, no harm, no foul. You either get a first down here, you score. Obviously, that works good too if that's in your playbook. But a turnover here doesn't hurt you. You're gonna have the Raiders deep, and that's where they turn it over. Unfortunately, Jesse got pressured by number 91. It was 91 coming off the edge there for the Raiders. Yes, Nicholas Robinson. Now an incomplete pass, so turnover on downs. With 4 minutes and 16 seconds here in the opening quarter, the Rebels lead 3-0. So last time the Rebels had, or the Raiders had the football, they didn't have a lot of success. They had 2 downs and they had a punt, but they came away. That bad punt only cost them. Yeah, I guess it cost them a field goal. Chomalak under center this time. Hands the ball off to number 25. It's Alatius Kuhn. And most of the Rebels' defensive line was scurrying over there and made the tackle. Prevent the gain to maybe half a yard. Just going to bring up a 2nd down. You can see on the replay as he's going, there's a lot of red attacking him right now, and not a lot of areas and holes to escape through. Oh, an offside penalty against the Rebels, so that's going to give the Raiders another first down, but this time 1st and 5. some of the Rebels have done for the last few years. They led the BCFC in penalty yards and penalties last year and in 2019, and this year in the first 2 games they're leading again. So something to come back to haunt you. That was a pass. It looked like it was going to then number 4, Marion Bradbrook, which fell incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 5. So that's something I think as the Rebels progress through the year, they're going to have to improve upon is the number of penalties and penalty yards they take in a game, because it does come back to get you at some point. Like, compare these 2 teams, Rebels have 33 penalties for 328 yards. The Raiders have 21 so far for 220, which is a lot, still a lot of penalties, but 33, that's 16 a game, that's a lot. Now 2nd and 5, Trumlock under center. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, and they got I formation behind him. Yeah, I think that's a legal procedure. 3 flags went, so maybe it was a Rebel jumped. That'll give the Raiders a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, at about their 19-yard line. A lot of discussion if it was just an offside. Yeah, they got offside. Oh, both teams, so I guess they're going to play it over. So that'll be 2nd down over again. Oh, break for the Rebels in that one. As well, yeah, and I guess for the Raiders as well. And Trumlock comes up under center again, which is kind of rare for junior. Everybody kind of works out of the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Marion Bradbrook up and made a really nice reception. That was a fantastic catch. He was running backwards, got his hands up, made the reception for a 1st down at the 42-yard line. You can see on the replay here, there's only about a 3-step drop, and Trumlock just put it up in the air. And you can see that Bradbrook's backing into it. And just gets a little bit higher than the Rebels' defensive back. So a new set of downs for the Raiders, 1st and 10 at their own 42. 2 minutes and 13 seconds here to go in the 1st quarter. There's a handoff to number 30, 25. Well, that might be a penalty against the Rebels for rough play. I think that was Lucius Kuhn on the run. Running to his left, and again, a lot of Rebels there. But I think there's this unnecessary roughness penalty to somebody who ripped a helmet off of a Raider. So that's going to move the ball up 15 yards in the Rebels territory, and should put it at about the Rebels 52. Yeah, those are the type of penalties that this age group, unfortunately, gets caught with quite a bit. You know, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of "I'm going to get you" type attitude. And there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're not taking penalties. So 1st down, the ball's at the 50. Trumlock back to pass, again 3-step drop, gets flushed out a little bit. Now probably have a hold here. It looks like he picked up maybe 4 yards, but it's a holding call against the Raiders. I'm sure Coach Biddy will move them back on this one. So that'll give the Raiders 1st and 10 from their own 50 this time. Got a little bit of a drive going here, helped by some penalties, and then they just hurt themselves on their own penalties. But again, that's something that the Rebels have to try to control as they move forward through the league, as do the Raiders. The Raiders have some big games coming up. You know, they're going to be battling with the Valley to get the mojo going, if you will. So 1st and 10, Chomalock this time in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Again, a little short drop. He's going to take off. And he stepped out of bounds. Looks like maybe a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. That'll be at the Rebels' 46-yard line. So they're going to be 2nd down and 2. He's got a little run. As he took off there, his receiver who he's looking for, who was run downfield about 15 yards, wasn't open. He was running between 2 Rebel defenders. So he just flushed out to his left and pick up what he can. Now they're in a manageable position of having a 2nd down and 2. Minute coming up with a minute left in the quarter. Up the middle, number 37 for the Raiders. That's Garrett McClough. And I think he got the 1st down, pretty close. Yeah, they gave him the 1st down. That was into the defensive line, and they had a good initial block. He found a seam, and just enough to get the 1st down. Ball just over the 40-yard line. The Raiders break the huddle, and in the shade, a little bit cooler. Chomalock is in the shotgun. 2 to his left, 3 to his right. Brought back to throw. Going deep here. Incomplete. That was to number 12, Andre Gordon. Another very good receiver with the Raiders. Andre's caught 8 passes for 81 yards so far this year. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 9 seconds to go here in the quarter. Rebels up 3-0. Yeah, just over his head, you can see on the replay there, that was just out of his reach. So it'll be the final play. I'm going to call for too long in the huddle here, I'm pretty sure. In the shotgun. 3 and 2, left and right. Got a holding penalty for sure, I would think. Yeah, that pass was complete, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come back. A little block by the Raiders, that's definitely coming back. That pass, I think it was to number 80. It's hard to tell the numbers on some of these guys the way they wear them. Sorry, number 83, Hayden Day. But a 1st down pass, 1st down catch. Unfortunately, comes back because of a chop block, a little chop block. Should be a 15-yard penalty. And the quarter can't end on a penalty, so they'll replay the down, but it should be 2nd down and 25. Talking to the Rebels here long, maybe the Rebels could decline this. Quarter ends. The way everybody's on the field, it looks like they're going to move it back. The umpire's walking it out, so it'll be ball placed at the 55-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 25 for the Raiders. I don't know if Coach Visa has a 2nd down and 25 play in his pocket, but this would be the time to do it. So Chomalock, he's in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, Andre Gordon to his left, and Bradbrook comes running over this way as well. So he's got 4 to his right, looking for the single. Yeah, looks like another hold. And that was a pass completed to number 1, and that was Dylan Pye, tackled by Delani Robinson. But I think that's coming back for a hold. I didn't see the call, but they're going to call the quarter. So that's going to bring up second in a whole bunch. And that was a good play, other than, you know, to put them in a position where they could have a gamble on, oh, they're going to decline that, I'm sorry.
My name's Harold Skadberg. I am co-owner of Viking Properties, formerly Pacific Coast Land.
My name is Jan Egil Gulbrandsen. I'm a co-owner and partner with Harold in Viking Properties.
We're fortunate enough to have Ben taking over more and more for us. He's been working with me for probably 4 or 5 years now, and the company is in good hands.
My name is Ben Gulbrandsen. I'm the president of Pacific Viking Group Properties. What we try to do is really provide the most square footage possible within people's price range in a very neutral palette so that people can come in and make their own mark on their own home.
Welcome back. We're back in the start of the second quarter. Rebels up 3-0. And Raiders are in a second down and 25. Ball is at their own 45-yard line. Chomalak again in the shotgun. 4 receivers start out to the right. Just a little handoff up the middle. That's the number 21, Jackson Rebrack. So it was a good little run. That was a good run. It was about 17 yards, but unfortunately it was second down and 25, so they come up a little shy. So it'll be 3rd and 8. And you see on the replay, it was just a run up the middle and just found a hole. The Rebels limit the gain. It was a good gain, but they didn't get the first down, so they're going to be punting here. Number 42 on the Raiders doing the punting, Ethan Moran. Deep again is Cairo Berry for the Rebels, the record tying man. I wonder if he's told Coach Janke that he's tied with him. No, he probably wouldn't, because he might have to run laps. Moran's punt. Berry takes it at about his 20-yard line. Nice run. Break to his left. That's a good run. That's a 15-yard return. Going to set the Rebels up with a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. As I mentioned at the opening, the Rebels have only won 3 games since they've been playing against the Raiders from 2005, and last year they lost. The last home win came in 2019, so it's not that long ago. But it's still, for some of the coaches that and management that were around during the time when the Raiders program was granted a franchise, long memories. Here's Jesse in the shotgun down the middle. It's a nice pitch and catch to number 3. That's Eli Helms-Horton, that took that ball 75 yards for the score. What a beautiful pass. Just a beautiful pass. That's one thing T. Jesse has, is he's got such a sweet motion of throwing the football. Here you can see he just sets his feet and puts it up. And Eli just runs underneath it. Out legs number 2, Sean Adams, in for the touchdown. Simon Hale's in now for the extra point. Puts his left foot into it, and that's good, which makes the score with 13 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rebels 10, Raiders nothing. So with a 10-0 score, that was Jesse's, I think it was his 6th touchdown pass of the year. Yeah, it's his 6th touchdown pass of the season. And his completion percentage is probably sitting around that 65%. Still, he had a couple passes that he struggled with in the first quarter. But now we got number 82, Hayden Davies, and number 4, Marin Bradbrook, deep for the Raiders for this kickoff after the touchdown. Simon Hales again doing the honors. Kick to Bradbrook at about his 15-yard line. Cuts to his right, a little bit of a wall. Rebels converge before 25, and the Rebels just gave him a good whack, put him on the ground. At Delano Solano on the tackle, but he also had a bunch of red guys around his legs and bringing him down as Solano came in with the hit. Glove was returned, brought it out to, looks like the 35-yard line, so good 20-yard return on the kickoff. Raiders scrimmaging 1st and 10. Now, some of the teams this year, there's a play caller card called Armazilla, where you can use a computer at the sideline to call the plays, and the quarterback just flips it up and takes a look. There's he's drifting it up to Andre Gordon. Nice catch. And Robinson just ticks him out of bounds at the Rebels' 38-yard line. Yeah, tit for tat, I guess. Rebels throw a deep one and they score, and the Raiders come back and throw a deep one and they get a big first down in the Rebels territory. This play caller that you put in your arm is pretty slick because it you don't have to send kids in, and you can change the plays, add plays, erase plays. It's things that are evolving in junior football. This Chomalock just taking off here on the run. He just goes down as Isaiah Cordell Holder came up to try to put him on the ground, but there is a flag on the play. See what Mr. Hans Vanderdoe, it's offside against the Rebels. So I'm sure they're going to take that penalty to make it 1st and 5. Now they're talking to the it's like they're talking to the Rebels, so maybe they made a mistake on. Oh no, they're saying it's against they're saying it's against the Raiders, so the Rebels are going to take the penalty. The initial indication was they pointed to the Rebels, but that's okay. So 1st and 10, or sorry, 1st and 15. Chomalock in the pass. Oh, and two Rebels converge on him, but he took off, gets out of bounds. Looks like he brought it out to around the 32-yard line, just shy of a first down. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 4. You see in the replay here, the 2 Rebels converge on him, but he just ducked underneath it to escape, or he was going to be sacked for sure. And he gets out to his left and uses his legs and eyes. Fakes he's going to throw it, a whole guy's off, but no, it's good. So that was a good smart play by Ben. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Under center this time. And up to number 25. Aloysius Kuhn, that's going to bring up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs for the Raiders. Got a little drive going here, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Rebels up 10-0. As they move this ball, they're going to get some water into the players and the officials. Getting a little bit of a water break for everybody. It's warm out there today. It was a beautiful day here in Victoria. And the weather got warmer and warmer and warmer, but there was no wind where we live up by the university. But then we get here and there's a bit of a wind and it's just starting to die down a bit. So, but also the sun's going down, so it shouldn't affect it, get too hot. I got a decent crowd here. There's maybe about 500 maybe. And the Raiders travel well. They bring a lot of fans, so there's a good contingent of Raider fans sitting in the stands here cheering their players on. That's Cordell Holder that got hurt. Wait till he gets off and Mr. Vanderdoe will whistle it in. Fresh set of downs, Jamalak in the shotgun. That's an offside against the Raiders again. They're just having a tough time. And that was pushed out of bounds there, but that's all going to come back. The Raiders are offside. That's about the third time today that they haven't timed up the receivers with the quarterback signals. Yeah, you can see on the replay here he had to get out pretty quick. The Rebels put a good rush on him and didn't pick up much, but he's almost got a 92, I think, with the Rebels. No, sorry, 97. Almost got a horse collar penalty there. He got just a touch of a hold of the back of his jersey, but he let go real quick. Oh, it was offside against the Rebels. I thought it was against the Raiders. I apologize. So that's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Raiders. The ball is going to be, looks like it's at about the 32-yard line. No, sorry, 22-yard line. Joe in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Kuhn in the backfield. Another discussion here. 11 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Oh, I see how they moved the whole change. They should have. Change should have stayed if just a down box would move on a penalty. So here we go. We get the first down going here. Same formation. 2 to his left, 3 to his right. Drop back to pass. It was just out of the reach of number 12, Andre Gordon. Running just a little flag and go. Incomplete, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 at the 22 Rebels 22-yard line. Yeah, Andre Gordon's having a pretty good start to his season as well. He's the 2nd leading receiver. He's got the most receptions on the Raiders with 8, and 2nd in yards with 81. It's a good start. It takes a while at being junior football with so many guys in and out at the start, you know, with jobs and different things, that timing between a quarterback and a receiver usually takes about half the year before it clicks really well. Unless they both live in the same town all year round, they can stay on it. And there's a shared sack between number 44, that's Praise Odegon, and number 97, that's Tarek Polis. And that's going to push them back about 7 yards on that sack. In the replay here, he has no time. As soon as his back foot hits, there's just too many Rebels in his face, and he's got to go down the ground. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I'm pretty sure the Raiders will try a field goal here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to set up. Number 28, Sterling Henry. We'll be trying this. This will be a 36 yard. A 36-yard attempt. And field goal is good. And that makes the score with 10 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Westshore Rebels 10, Vancouver Raiders 3. Well, it was a good drive for the Raiders. It's nice to put something together where you're going to come away with some points. The game is still very, very young. It looks like the Rebels are going to elect to receive the kickoff. So the Raiders will be kicking off from their own 35-yard line. Which gives you a little bit of an advantage after field goals and to get a good return in. Looks like deep for the Rebels going to be Hardesty again, and number 2 Zion Brown-Dogby. Number 23 on the Rebels, Joel Noor coming in on the limp. Now Sterling Henry ready to kick off. Pounds it down. It's going to Hardesty. Cuts to his right, back to his left, back to his right. This is going to be a second kickoff return in 2 games if he can stay on ground. Wow. Confidence and speed, what it can do for you. He took that ball on the hop. He started to his right and he cut back to the left, and there was a hole. It was a good one. You'll see on the replay here as he cuts back to his left. There's going to be a nice hole, and it's just foot speed from there on out. There he goes. Just say, catch me. And if he can't, I'm going to bring it in and score 6. Well done. Well done. And the field goal or convert attempt is good. So that makes the score at this point. The Westshore Rebels 17. Vancouver Raiders 3 with 9 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That's a backbreaker. It's the same thing happened last week against the Valley Huskers for Hardesty return the opening kickoff. And it kind of, you work so hard to be prepared for a game, or like the Raiders did here, put a nice drive on, come away with a field goal, and then all of a sudden, boom, it turns around right now. Yeah, he kind of, as he's getting in the end zone, he did a little jump, looked like a chihuahua going over a raised parking stall or something at the park. So it's one of those things that as he made his jump, and now obviously he's pretty happy to be able to score that touchdown. So the Rebels will be kicking off here from the 45-yard line. Simon Hales with the kick. Marin Bradbrook, number 82, Hayden Day deep for the Raiders. He's coming down the Bradbrook at about a 10-yard line, working to his right. Oh, they do a reverse. If he can get by this tackle, he had some room. He could get by the tackle, but unfortunately, number 31, Peter Primus, said, no, my coach teaches me to tackle very well. You're not going anywhere. So that limited the gain on the fake play there, where they tried a little bit of razzle-dazzle on the reverse. And why not? Everybody on film will see it and go, oh, they have a reverse, so you have to spend time at practice to show everybody that they have this and work on it, how you're going to defend it. So the Raiders look like got there about their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. They're coming out of the huddle, and Jamalaka stays in the shotgun. He's got Kuhn behind him. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Back to pass. Slings that down there to number 1. Oh, it was a very nice catch. Stays on his feet on the hit from Kartalekia before he's brought down to the ground by, I guess, Robinson. Or no, that was number 9, Number 9, I can't see a number. Is that 8? Is that Pezant playing DB? But that was about a 35-yard gain. Pass caught by Dylan Pye, sorry. First down again, and a good start for the Raiders here. If they can sustain something, get close to the end zone. There's a breaks the tackle. And not before number 21, that's Jackson Rayback. Picks up about 13 yards, first down. Moves the ball into Rebels territory at the 42-yard line. Yeah, you just see on the replay, he just found a hole and a burst of speed. He was through, shook off the first guy that touched him, and that was obviously very important for him to get the first down. And passing situation, nowhere to hide on this one. Rebels had a good rush into him. That pass was caught by number 12, Andre Gordon, for limited gain, but it was a positive gain. Out of bounds, so it's going to bring up about second down. Yeah, 2nd and 6. Inching closer. You can see here where Jomalak just got a little bit happy feet because it got out right away. He was trying to escape. And he kept his poise here, and Andre Gordon just comes back for the football and just pick up a few yards, put you in a manageable second down. And it's offside on the Raiders for sure. Number 7 was offside. Paul Romanoff. So legal procedure, whistles blew before the play, so that you can't decline that or accept it. It's always going to be pushed back 5 yards. So that's going to bring up a second down and about 12 yards. Ball's going to be at the Raiders, or sorry, Rebels 47. Clock rolling, coming up on 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Rebels up 17-3. The quarterback's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Got to get some max protection here all day. Polis has been in the backfield. He's putting that deep up for Andre Johnson. He catches that. Oh, beautiful catch right over his left shoulder. That was a long throw as well. That would be a good 62-yard chuck. And the Raiders score to make that score prior to convert. 17-9, 6 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. That was a beautiful pass, just beautiful pass to Andre Gordon. Again, the pressure from the Rebels. They got after Jomalak, and he bailed to his left, or to his right, back to his left. Kept his poise, turned his shoulders. Tough run on the left as the right-handed quarterback. You can see right over his left shoulder. That's tough looking back like that to keep your concentration. Just a beautiful play by Andre Gordon and the quarterback, Ben Jomalak. Sterling in here for the extra point. And it's good, and that makes the score Rebels 17, Raiders 10. Now we're getting a bit of a game of it. You know, that kickoff return sometimes will really deflate a team, but Raiders kept their poise here. So it's going to be interesting rest of this quarter, and you know as the game progresses along, the energy level also goes up amongst a lot of these young guys, and I don't want to say it's going to get frustrating, but it's going to get frustrating for one of the two teams. So Sterling Henry is going to be teeing it up here at his own 45-yard line. Again, number 2, Eli Brown Dogby, and Gieran Hardesty is deep for the Rebels. Onside kick, and it hit a Rebel player, and it looks like the Raiders have recovered. Yeah, it's ball picked up by number 43 of the Raiders. That's Aiden Chambers. Smart play, and everybody's hustling down, and the Rebel player didn't do anything wrong. You see on the replay, he just went down to scoop it up, and he just couldn't get a handle on it, and it bounced off him. And Raiders are closer than you think, and they just got on top of the football. So the Raiders are going to take over possession, similar to what the Rebels did in the first quarter after, I think it was the field goal, after the field goal that they did the onside kick. So tit for tat on that one, and Raiders take over and at the Rebels' 48-yard line. Tromalock in the shotgun, 3 receivers. Now got a timeout here, looks like called by the Rebels. Rebels call a timeout. Good chance here for everybody to water up, the officials as well. This is a little important for the Raiders, at least from a field position part of the game, is they have the football in Rebels territory again right after a touchdown. And obviously they want to capitalize with another score. But it's from a field position as well. If they aren't able to get the first down or touchdown, they can just punt the ball away and put it out of bounds, coffin corner down inside the 5. I don't know if they have that talent on the team yet. I haven't seen them punt enough to know that, but you can get that happening, and you bottle the Rebels up, and if you force them to punt, the Raiders get the ball back and really good field position. Okay, we got 8 seconds left here in the timeout. So again, Tromalock in the shotgun, 3 receivers. He had him, but he just underthrew it. There was too much pressure coming off of the edge by Cordell Holder and number 30 for the Rebels, Magnus Lamb. And Tromalock didn't set his feet, and he just threw the ball in the ground. So 2nd and 10. Yeah, you can see where he couldn't get his feet set. There was 2 Rebels right in his grill, so he had to say, I got to get rid of this, and he just couldn't get enough arm on it to get it to his receiver. That was number 7, Paul Romanoff. And yeah, so 2nd down and 10. Again, flushed out, nowhere to go. Rebels come in pretty hot. The last couple plays, they've been getting off the ball real well, and that was numbers 17 and 44, number 17. That's Tanner Haywood. It's always on the football, and Praise Odegana was there for the sack. That's the Rebels' 2nd sack tonight. So that's going to bring up 3rd down, and looks like about 19 yards. They're going to have to punt. 5 minutes and 46 seconds here in the half. Ethan Moran in to boot this ball away. Cairo Berry back for the Rebels. That was a nice kick. Moving Berry back to his 20. Oh, he cuts to it. He's got a little bit of room here with a nice cut. He gets outside. He could be picking up a lot more yards than he is, but he put the ball on the ground, but I think the Rebel recovered it, which he did, yes. It was a very nice return by Cairo Berry. Brings the ball out to his own 49-yard line. Give the Rebels 1st and 10. You see in the replay here, he had to go back for the football, but he's a good runner. He runs with his eyes. He knows where he wants to cut, knows what he sees. And as he kept going here, and one of the Raiders, I didn't get the number, just kind of slapped the ball out of his backhand just as before he was tackled. But the Rebels were smart enough to have their eyes open to see the ball on the ground. Maintain possession. Not sure what the penalty was here or what's going on. Been a few discussions tonight with the officials. It'd be nice if they had could be able to communicate it to everybody to say, okay, we're going to take a time here to talk about X penalty or X situation. Oh, I guess everything's okay. Well, maybe they called no yards, I guess. It looked like a no yard signal. But I didn't see a flag. So Rebels 1st and 10. Their own 49-yard line. Jesse in the... Oh, ball was snapped just as the head official blew it in, and he's saying, no, you can go. But obviously, that's wouldn't be fair. So they'll do it again. So Andrew Bowles came in. He's coming out to the wide receiver spot. And he unfortunately lined up offside. That pass was incomplete. It was intended to number 2 Zion Brown-Dugby. When Hunter Bowles came in, number 20, he came out to line up at the wide receiver spot towards the cameras, and he was about a yard and a half, lined up a yard and a half offside. So that's going to get called every time. And I guess the Raiders have accepted the penalty, so that'll push it back, bring up a 1st and 15. Got 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go here, and in a little closer game than I think some predicted. Rebels up 17-10. Break the huddle, and Jesse's in the shotgun. 2 running backs beside him. And he's going to put this up deep again. He's got Pazant wide open and made a beautiful catch all the way down to the 30-yard line. And his hat came off when the tackle was made. But again, one of those ones, Jesse didn't look downfield. You see in the replay, he was zooming in on Pazant right from the get-go here. You can see he's looking at him all the way. And he puts it up. And it's a beautiful pass, and Pazant, you know, that's why he's an all-star, BC all-star, because he makes those catches routinely. So Rebels 1st and 10, the Raiders 30-yard line. Hand off to Hardesty, working to his left. And a little bit of yards there before he's tackled by number 60 or 96. I don't know, maybe that was 66. Josh Vanderweed, I think it was 66. So gain of 2. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. Long 7. Clock's rolling. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the first half. A touchdown here goes a long way for the Rebels heading into halftime. Oh, beautiful interception. He's got the sideline. That was number 44, Jake Smith, who brings it out from close to his own end zone. It looks like the 35-yard line, 34-yard line of the Raiders. It's the first turnover of the game that I recall. The onside kick that bounced off a guy. Yeah, I guess that's a turnover. That'll be a fumble. So this fumble and an interception in the game so far. So turnover there. There's gonna 34-yard line for the Raiders. 3 minutes and coming up on 3-minute warning after this play. And a chance here for the Raiders to put something together, get down, get some points before halftime, and really make it interesting for the second half. Nice catch by Brad Brook, but he put the ball on the ground. Now got one of the officials is signaling, 3 officials are signaling incomplete pass. So that's very fortunate for the Raiders. He had his back to me, so I couldn't see what the football was doing, but Basically, when you make the catch, you got to make a football move before the play is going to be whistled dead or say it's a fumble. So that's going to bring up second down. You can see there, just as he caught it, he really just didn't get a football move in to where he had secured the football before that to call it a completed pass. So we have the 3-minute warning. Raiders have second down at their own 34-yard line. Rebels again, they bring the blitz. It's like a hold, putting the beautiful catch. Oh, that's number one. That was a one-handed catch by Dylan Pye. You know, just a fabulous reception, but I think it's coming back with a holding penalty. Let's see what the official chop block by the Raiders. That's their second in the game today. But you see on this replay here, Dylan Pye just runs up the right-hand side and the ball's overthrown. He makes a beautiful one-handed catch. The Rebels draped all over him there. But all for naught. The ball comes back, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. But it's going to put the Raiders in a deep hole here on second down and 25. Unless Coach Beatty's going to decline this, but I think I would take it. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. You stop them here, you get the ball back plenty of time. And your field position will be a lot more positive than that catch they just had, that's for sure. So they've accepted the penalty, so that's going to bring up second down and 25. Ball will be placed at around the 20-yard line. If it was first down, you get a little bit of leeway. You have some plays, you know, that you can say, let's do it in 2, but now it's second down, so you got to pull out that second down and 27-yard play that you got in the playbook. This one coming towards the, that's forced out of bounds. That was not bad coverage, but we get another flag down. That was good coverage by the Rebels number 28, but Devon Young for pushing Andre Gordon, squeezing him outside, limiting the width of the field, and the ball was out of bounds. He was out of bounds, but we got an offside against the Rebels. So that down over, moved up 5 yards. That's going to bring up second and 20. Ball at the 25-yard line. 2:36 to go here in the first half. Jim Malak in shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Was that over the middle? Oh, I know it's number 7 there for the Rebels. That's Michael Gerstante almost intercepted that. If it wasn't for number 1, Dylan Pye, who just kind of slapped it out of his hands, the Rebels would have the ball deep in Raiders territory. But incomplete pass at the end of the day. It's going to bring up a third down and 20. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the half, and the Rebels should get some pretty good field position out of this. Cairo Berry's got his feet at his own 50-yard line. Ethan Moran back to punt again. Good snap. Yeah, short kick. He's going to come up. He's going to catch that on about his Rebels 51 or Raiders 51. Yeah, a good little return brings it back inside the Raiders territory to the 35. So good field position for the Rebels on the start of this series. 35-yard line, first and 10. You still got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. That was a good return as he ran up on the football. He had a good head of steam with him, so he's able to keep going to his left, and then when he made the cut back to the right, that gave him a little bit of seam to pick up a few more yards. Jesse in shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, 3 to his right with the running back out. He gets back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1, maybe. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of room there. He's holding on to the ball quite a while, and the Raiders had a good rush on him. And he just decided, here, see on the replay, to take off. And he's a strong man, and I think he was just thinking, I'll use my legs here, maybe I'll pick up 5 or 6. And the Raiders are on top of him pretty quick. Number 91 there, Nicholas Robinson making the tackle. So 2nd down and 9. Jesse puts the ball in the air. Nice catch by Pazant. That's a 1st down throw, tackled by a host of Raiders. Led by number 36 on that tackle, Kaya Saunders. So the Rebels 1st down. They're sitting at around the Raiders between the 19 and the 20. Clock rolling, minute 45 come to halftime. Again, shotgun for Jesse. There's a handoff to number 32, David Lizima. Oh, it was a nice run, 11-yard run for 1st down. Puts the ball inside the Raiders' 10-yard line, be 1st and goal. Minute 30, clock rolling here. Touchdown here makes a lot of coaches pretty happy when it's late in the half and you've already got a 7-point lead. Again, number 32, Zima down to the goal line. Looks like he got down to about maybe around the 1. So he's 2nd down here, and yeah, I guess at the 1-yard line, 2-yard line. I think you'd see the Rebels try her if they don't score on this play. He's in the end zone for sure for that touchdown. So you got 57 seconds left here in the 1st half. The Rebels score the 3rd touchdown of the game. That puts them up 23-10 with the convert to come. Yeah, there's a few smiles on the Rebels bench right now. Players, and oh geez, even Coach Beatty's smiling. So you know he's pretty happy. And it's in there, just a standard, everybody step to your right, find a man, block him, and let the running back make his own move left or right. And there's a convert is good. And that makes the score Rebels 24, Raiders 10, with 57 seconds left here in the 1st half. So Raiders still have some time here to put something together if they use it wisely, and as they move the football without taking too long in the huddle. That's one of the things I noticed with them this evening, is they seem to get the tough time getting the play going, and they spend a lot of time in the huddle, and it's one of those things that I think you try to remedy at halftime, because you're going to need all the time you need, especially in a situation like this where there is an opportunity for points. And Hale kicking off, and Bradbrook coming to number 4, get ball at his 10-yard line, working to his right. Got a few good blocks. The Rebels coverage team is down there right away, led by number 29, Bronson Pfeiffer, and number 25, Iniglio Solorano. And you see in the replay there, he had a hole, but he didn't have a lot of room. He's just trying to stretch as many yards as he can into it to get a little bit better field position. So with the ball at about their own 23-yard line, the Raiders have 49 seconds to work with here. See what they do, and they just might run it out. Shotgun from a lock. Got a timeout, looks like maybe by the Rebels. Yeah, Rebels took a timeout. Other games tonight in the BCFC, the 0-2 Langley Rams are in Chilliwack to take on the Valley Huskers, who are 1-1. And up in Prince George, for the first time ever, there's a regular season junior football game with the Kamloops Broncos up at Matches Stadium to take on the Kodiak. I'll see if I can find some scores before at halftime to see if I'll let you know what those scores are. So we got 5 seconds left in the timeout. The Raiders will get their playoff here with 48 seconds remaining. Chimalock, a little bit of a shotgun with 3 receivers to his right, and has a run up the middle for no gain. Might even be allowed. It's about a 3-yard loss. So that's going to, it didn't take up a lot of time. So yeah, boy, you know, the Rebels could get the ball back here in pretty good field position to take maybe a shot at a field goal. There's a deep pass. Oh, almost intercepted by number 25, Vigno Zarzano. But there's still 31 seconds left, and that's going to put the Raiders in a situation where they have to punt. They'll be punting from their own 20-yard line, I guess it looks like. Cairo Berry is going to be deep. And he's had a couple good punt returns today, so he can get himself into some good field position. Back to punt. And this is going to be a timeout, Raiders, which is kind of wise. You want to make sure you got the right personnel in, you got the right coverage called. Coach Felstead from the Raiders, who was a Raiders or Rebels coach forever, played for the Rebels. Now he's coaching with the Raiders this year for the first time. So hopefully they got the right call in, because you'd hate to see a punt blocked here. And that's also the little dilemma you have as a coach. Do you go after this and try to block it, or do you set up the return? Because you're in good field position. You got, I think it's 36 seconds left to go. You can get at least 3 good plays after this one. 31 seconds, sorry, left to play in the first half. Here's Moran's kick, and it's a bad one. Out of bounds. That was not a very good kick, and from the line of scrimmage where they mark how far a punt goes, it looks like it only went 11 yards. So the Rebels, with 23 seconds remaining in the first half, have tremendous field position at the Raiders' 27-yard line, and an opportunity to add to their 14-point lead. Yeah, they're break the huddle, and they got 3 receivers to Jesse's left, and 2 receivers to his right. Hardesty in the backfield. Down the middle, that's a touchdown pass. That was a beautiful pass. You know, this Jesse kid has got a tremendous arm. He just seems to have a lot of poise. That was the number 20, Hunter Bowles, to give the Rebels their 30th point of the game so far. And seeing the replay here, he was looking at him all the way. You can see he doesn't turn his head, and he just throws a dart here, and Bowles makes a great catch wide open for the score. Fantastic. Very good quarterback. And the convert is good, so that makes the score with 17 seconds remaining in the first half. The Westshore Rebels 31, the Vancouver Island Raiders 10. Yeah, unfortunately on that punt, being 11, I think it was an 11-yard punt, that just kind of very frustrating sometimes for coaches. And it looked like he was trying to place it. I think he was trying to place it to kick it towards the sideline, and maybe Coach Fell said punt it towards our bench and let it roll out of bounds. But he did that, but unfortunately it went to the Rebels bench and rolled out of bounds. Allowed the Rebels an opportunity to add to their score. So Hales kicking off here. Again, this one's going to go to number 82, Hayden Davies. Working to his right, cuts back to the left. Oh, nice tackle by number 29 of the Rebels. That's Bronson Pfeiffer. Hold that gain to only maybe 10, if that. So with 12.5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Raiders, I think, will kneel down here twice to get out here, get the change room, make your adjustments, kind of calm down, get everybody's head back in it after a couple quick touchdowns by the Rebels. So they break the huddle, and Chomalock's going to come out in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And there's a handoff up the middle. And there's the number 21, Jackson Rayback. Yeah, that took up 5 seconds. So I think you'll just see the clock run here, and then they'll probably hand off again. Again, same formation, 3 and 2, and again a handoff to Rayback. He picks up a first down, keeps going before he's tackled, and that ends the first half. An entertaining first half for sure. The teams made some big plays. There was a lot of excitement between the two clubs, and we have our break period here with the Rebels leading 31-10. We'll see you in the second half.
Yeah, my name's Harold Skadberg. I am co-owner of Viking Properties, formerly Pacific Coast Land. We decided to change the name to more reflect our heritage.
My name is Jan Egil Gulbrandsen. I'm a co-owner and partner with Harold in Viking Properties.
John and I have been partners since 1986.
In the old days, we bought lots and built houses and sold them, and we mostly build condo buildings now instead of single-family homes.
John and I go back to Norway quite a bit, getting ideas from there how to do things better. We're using solar panel on the roofs and electric car chargers. And more people are driving electric, and we want to be prepared for the future and promote some healthy and environment-friendly options. And people seem to like that. We're fortunate enough to have Ben taking over more and more for us. He's been working with me for probably 4 or 5 years now, and the company is in good hands.
My name is Ben Gulbrandsen. I'm the president of Pacific Viking Group Properties. So I used to frame for Harold 20 years ago when I was just out of college. I became a lawyer down in California, and I was looking at my next step in my career, and I just took over as the president last year. And we have plans to expand what we've been doing by fourfold in the next couple years.
And now we're building very close to the downtown core of Langford, and we got mountains, we got snow, we got forest. Everything is in walking distance, basically. So you get a whole lot more for your money in Langford.
It's several years now been deemed or voted the best place in Canada to live. With all that, people are working from home and they're finding it kind of crowded in a lot of places, so we're trying to offer larger units for them.
And so what we try to do is really provide the most square footage possible within people's price range in a very neutral palette so that people can come in and make their own mark on their own home.
you're set. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the TC 10K. This is it. We're here. We've been waiting all year for this.
Well, being in the lead is always a nice position because you have a vantage point where you can see everybody.
The hometown fans in support, and there it is. Genevieve Lalonde takes the gold of Canada.
We were living in a difficult time when language was forbidden.
Gone to the inside. Carlson immediately get together. Carlson takes the lead.
Mar on the tip. Yes, he can.
It is Canada's game.
Shot, score!
Great show, everybody.
Welcome back, football fans, and thank you again for tuning in to BCFC TV here for the Island Derby, as they call it here sometimes, between the Raiders and the Rebels, and the Rebels are up 31-10 here at halftime. Entertaining first half. I thought tremendous athletic plays by some of these young men, which just keeps what junior football is all about. It's about opportunities and allowing these guys to play and showcase what they can do as they work hard to move to the next level, whether it's the CIS level, university football down in the States, or even the CFL. I get a couple of town scores, both at halftime. The halftime score in Chilliwack, the Valley Huskers are leading the defending national champion Langley Rams 7-6. And up at Prince George, the Kamloops Broncos have a 7-point lead with a 21-14 score over the hometown and first game ever in Prince George Kodiaks. We're ready to get going here in a couple minutes. It's a little bit, I don't have any first half stats, but I can give you some of the how everything came about. In the first quarter, the Rebels scored a field goal by Simon Hales. That was his 4th of the season. He's 4 for 4. And the Rebels led 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, they went up 10-0 when Nelms Horton caught a long pass from Jesse, Jesse. And with Hales convert, up 10-0. And then Sterling Henry kicked a field goal to get the Raiders on the board. And then the Raiders scored again on a touchdown. Henry with the convert. And the Rebels scored three more times. A kickoff return, a run, and a long pass to where we are now, 31-10. Here's a little short onside kick taken by number 28. Here's a hello to the Raiders. Devon Young getting that ball just as it stepped over the 10-yard marker. Huge surprise here just to open up the second half. And you see it on the replay here. It was a purposeful onside kick, and Young just took it out of the air to move the ball down to where it's going to give the Rebels a 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 32-yard line. That's one of those hello moments in the game when you're sort of not paying attention, thinking that everything's going to be okay. So T. Jesse in the shotgun. 2 backs beside him. Hardesty goes in motion. 2 receivers to his right. Hands the ball off to number 2, Zion Brown Dogby. And he picks up, looks like about 7 yards. He was tackled by a couple of Raiders. Didn't get their numbers. You might be able to see here on the replay. Just like a little draw action type thing. Everybody kind of overruns it. Somebody came in run from that side there. I think it might have been 99, Nehemiah Ford Bone. So that brings up a 2nd down and 3 for the, maybe a long 3 for the Rebels. Again, Hardesty on the handoff inside. Should have the close to the first down, I would think, the way the head linesman's walking in. Tackle by number 5, Jason Henderson, linebacker with the Raiders. They're saying 3rd down, didn't make it, but it's going to be really short. Definitely less than a yard. I think you see Jesse keep this one on his own. Raiders D-line digging in. I love this when they get in the 4-point stances. Out of the shotgun here. No room for error. Oh, nice play. He's going to throw it. Turnover on downs there. I thought the Rebels should have gone for it on the ground, but that wasn't the call from offensive coordinator Rob Lerville. Ball was in there, but he just couldn't squeeze it. The pass to Helms Norton. Yeah, it was there just a little bit on his back hip, and he couldn't get both hands on it. The Raiders take over at their own 23-yard line. 1st and 10. They survived that one. That onside kick caught them off guard, and then luckily for the Raiders, they were able to get the ball on the turnover. Turnover and downs. Trumlock still a quarterback. He's got 3 receivers to his left. That's a handoff up the middle to number 21, Jackson Rayback. I'm sorry if I have not pronounced it incorrectly, I apologize. He picked up a solid 5 yards, just over 5 yards. Give his teammates a 2nd down and 5. While we're talking about the Raiders, I think we're going to have to congratulate former Raider Andrew Harris for surpassing 10,000 rushing yards in the CFL. Tremendous feat for that young man. That's a very nice run for a 1st down. I got a flag in there. That might be against the Rebels, where it's coming from one of the deep field officials. That was number 21 again, Jackson Rayback. Picked up the 1st down. We'll see what Nigel Bush, one of the deep umpires, saw. Unnecessary roughness against the Rebels. That's going to move the ball up 15 yards from the end of the run. Give the Raiders a fresh set of downs. But Harris, when Andrew played in the BCFC, dominated. Just a tremendous athlete. One of those guys that great ambassador for the game, and they come out of junior football and have done what he's done just speaks volumes to the coaching and the organizations that are in junior football. He was voted the outstanding offensive player in 2009, winner of the Peter Della Riva Award. There's Trumlock's going to pass. Here's that play they had earlier that they just couldn't connect on. It's a pass to number 7, Paul Romanoff, for no gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. But Harris had a good career with the Raiders. As a rushing, he picked up 4,175 yards and scored 54 touchdowns, which is a BCFC record. 84 total touchdowns, which is a BCFC record. Just great, and everybody's excited about what he's done. He's the all-time leading rusher, Canadian rusher in CFL history, and he's slowly climbing the. Oh, there's an incomplete pass to Rayback just out of his hands. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and be 3rd and 8 for the Raiders, and they'll be punting. But he's already surpassing the 10,000 yard mark. He's slowly climbing up on the all-time rushing list in the CFL. He's got a ways to go yet before he catches Mike Pringle, but he's working hard at it, that's for sure. So there was 2 incomplete passes there for the Raiders, and that's where they're going to see Ethan Moran punt the ball away in. Cairo Berry deep for the Rebels. He's standing there, it looks like, at about his 22-yard line. Low snap. Again, a short kick out of bounds. I think they're obviously trying to angle it towards the sidelines, but I think aiming it is just not allowing Ethan to really get his foot into it. So the Rebels are going to get pretty good field position after the exchange here, and that's starting at their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10, their second possession here, of the 3rd quarter. With 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, Rebels leading 31-10. Jesse calling the signals. A little quick pass. Oh, very nice defensive play by number 27 on the Raiders. That's Will Adams. Stepped up, bat that ball away from Kieran Pazant. So that's an incomplete pass. Rebels going to be 2nd down. You see how quickly Will Adams here on the replay climbs up on this ball here to get his hands in front of it. If maybe he was a touch quicker, he might have been able to grab that and use his speed to put the Raiders on the few more points, but the knockdown is the best you can do. So Jesse in second down and 10. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Goes a ball. That's a nice catch to present. Has to be a first down throw. That's about a 11-yard pitch and catch. For fresh set of downs for the Rebels. Yeah, again, Pezant, like I said, being an all BC last year, he's just one of those guys that's going to get his hands on the ball, and every time you throw it to him, he definitely is going to make the catch. So the ball at the 50-yard line. And off to Hardesty up the middle. Oh, nice run. That was a good 10, 11-yard run. Good seam. He found the hole right up over the center in the right guard. And just 10 yards first down. Make it work. You can see in the replay here as he gets the ball. He just, works a little dip and dash. He's got more dancing moves than a Chihuahua chasing down a little bird at the park. Get those little feet going real fast. So first down, Jesse in the shotgun. And off to Zion Brown, Dogby, and he's again picking up some yardage here. The Raiders are susceptible a little bit to the run. They've been giving up, and if I can find it here, they've been giving up 4.9 yards run, and the Rebels have been gaining. They've only ran for 397 yards, which is and their 6.5 is worse than the BCFC this early in the season. But the Raiders are giving up almost 5 yards a run, except on this play. And it was hard to see again trying to go up the middle, and he was tackled by number 91, Nicholas Robinson, and number 99, Breven Arno. So that's going to bring up a third down, and Simon Hales coming in to punt the ball away. Deep for the Raiders, number 27, Bryce Baisby. Be punting here from the Raiders' 45-yard line. So Raiders kind of survived that little foray into their territory. They just got to get their offense going. A beautiful punt. That's going to drive back inside his own 5-yard line, the return. Found a little seam up to his right side. And I don't think he made the 10-yard line, so that's going to have the Raiders starting deep in their own territory. With 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and they're trailing 31-10. Yeah, as a team, the Rebels have been throwing the ball. They're the best in the BCFC. When it comes to, second in the BCFC behind the Sun, who thrown for 678 yards. And the Raiders have been, they're fourth in the BCFC coming into this game with 341 passing yards. But against, and it's shown a little bit tonight, they've given up 562 yards to the Rebels. 18.1 yards that they've given up during the year, and that's the last in the BCFC. But it's early. Those things you correct and work on. That was a handoff to, I think, the Rayback to his right. Tackled by the Rebels. I know somebody's down. Number 7, that's Romanoff. Number 92 made the play, that last play with the Rebels. Amari Hastings, sorry. So after a gain of 4, Raiders are going to have a tough play here, second down and 6, where they'll be punting deep from their own end. Sure enough, in the way that Ethan Moran's been punting tonight, the Rebels should get pretty good field position. Joe Malak in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. That's a pass by Andre Gordon. Just shot. My boy, he might have got the first down on that. I think he did. They're signaling first down. So that keeps them alive here with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. But it's coming down to where they got to put something together soon to get a drive going, get into the end zone, get back in this game because they're down 3 scores right now. Raiders break the huddle. Tomalak in the shotgun again. Way back behind him. Gordon and Braybrook to his left. The handoff to Rayback. Nowhere to go. They try to slice it back into it, but Omari Hastings was right there to make the tackle. We used to call that when I coached a wind back, but it wasn't there. Loss of 1 on the play, so it brings up 2nd and 11. Raiders is in a hole here. Time's ticking away. Gonna try to see if they get a first down in this one, maintain possession. Three receivers to Chungalak's. Not sure what that is. See them. Why the official blew that? But he did. Starting all over. Yeah, I'm not sure whether they got the first down on that. They pushed out of bounds pretty quick. Now it looks like everybody's going to be in a punting situation. So it looks like the quarterback only picked up about 5 yards in that play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Rebels should get some pretty good field position out of this. Cairo Berry back to return the kick. Again to do the punting chores. Barry's walking over towards the sideline because all the ones to him there. Here was another terrible kick that's gone out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So it's not Ethan's night tonight for sure. Yeah, so it's going to give the Rebels tremendous field position again. With 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's just like he's trying to aim it, and you know, maybe it's just not comfortable for him to do that. You know, sometimes it's best to let him punt it, get the guys downfield. So Rebels come out here. 3 receivers to Jesse's left and 2 to his right. I think the ball was on the ground there. Garen Hardesty, yeah, he dropped it, but he got back on top of it. He picked up 5, maybe 6. See at the end of the replay here, I think he did. The ball just slipped out of his hand, went into the Raiders' defense. Yeah, I think that's where it's out right there. There's a lot of white going to the ball. Anyhow, 2nd down and 4. 3 receivers to Jesse's left, 2 to his right. Passing situation. Ooh, just missed number 11 there, Mike Olivier. Yeah, a little bit of a seam. That would have been a definite first down throw. So it looks like they're going to go for it here. Coach Lervold's on the field, whispering in his quarterback's ear. Bring a bit of bigger guys in. Nayamia Ford-Bone in here now to fill up with the big line part of it for the Raiders. 3rd down and 4, Jesse in shotgun. Oh, and he's got Pazant wide open for the touchdown. Somehow he got in behind coverage on that one, but he was wide open. Maybe we'll be able to see it when the replay comes up exactly what happened. Here's a replay here. And you can see when Jesse threw this, he was, I don't say he was aiming it, but he knew he had a guy wide open because he took a little bit of the speed off the ball and put more touch on it. So there's the Rebels touchdown, puts them up with the convert, 38-10. With 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go, the Raiders have dug themselves into a pretty deep hole here, and it's going to be hard to climb out. The Rebels, every time they take the football, it's either in the Raiders' end, and you can see the confidence building within the Raiders or Rebels as they're playing here. The offense is just having a lot of success running the football and throwing the football. That it's you know, you'll have a lot of smiles and a bit of a swagger when you come to the sideline, and confidence when you get back on the field. Here's Simon Hales is going to tee it up. Again, Bradbrook, number 4, and number 82, Hayden Davies deep. Davies with the ball, and he's brought down by number 6 on the Rebels. That's Reese Gould. And I think the other one in on that tackle was number 45, Enoch Anamboni. All right, Raiders 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And they're going to be scrimmaging from their own 24-yard line. This is something they got to get going. You don't want to get caught again where you have to punt and you give the Rebels a short field, and the final score can read pretty ugly as it gets going. Right now they're down 28 points. So Tremolock in the shotgun. Pass, oh, just behind number 82 on that. That was Hayden Davies. But he says a lot of heat in him, on him all day. Got a penalty here against the Raiders. I would think Rebels will decline that. Bring up a 2nd and 10. The Raiders quarterback tonight, he's had a lot of Rebel pressure on him very, very quickly. He's kind of getting happy feet at that time, so it's something you got to build your confidence back in and just stay strong and make sure you make your throws. And another flag on the play. And a pass over, and that was a nice catch, but only for about a yard to Aaron Bradbrook. Another penalty here. Looked like the Raiders might have been offside again with this, inside receivers. A little bit quick on the motion. Yeah, that's what it is. They're going to decline it, so you're going to see the Raiders have to punt here. Yeah, just a short little gain there, but it's still going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders. They'll be punting the ball from about their own 25-yard line. And again, a short field opportunity here for the Rebels. Got a minute and 40 to go here in the third quarter. Rebels up 38-10. Ethan Moran back to punt. Cairo Berry returned for the Rebels. He's at his own 50. That's a little bit better, but it's returnable. But he did drop it. It came off his knee, and it looks like one of the Rebels got it back. Not sure what number scrambled on that ball. It could have been Barry, but yeah, it looks like it might. He was last up off the pile, so I guess he scrambled over and got his own fumble. The Rebels are going to be scrimmaging inside Raiders territory. Seems like they've been there all this third quarter. And with a first down at the Raiders 54-yard line. Yeah, I think the Raiders, I don't think they've crossed center field in the second half so far. And Jesse comes out of the huddle, he's got his play call. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Down the middle, beautiful catch. It's the second time Zion Brown Dogby's caught the ball. And very, very difficult man to bring down. But it was a first down throw. That's going to give the Rebels a 1st and 10 at the Raiders 38-yard line. You see in the replay here how hard it is to put him on the ground. And he just keeps his legs going. Very strong upper body. Keep your legs going. It's very difficult to get a hold of something. Same formation, 3 receivers to Jesse's left, 2 to his right. It's the final play of the third quarter. And there's a flag down. I think that might be against the Rebels, might be against Pazan. Pazan make the catch, but 2 flags down, 1 on either side. It could be offside by the Rebels with the motion. Oh, they're calling against the Raiders. So I'm sure that the Rebels will take the penalty, put themselves in a 1st and 5 situation. Yeah, that's what it is. They're going to take the penalty, obviously. So that'd be 1 more play here for the third quarter before they switch ends. No, calling it. So there you go at the end of the third quarter. The Westshore Rebels are up 38-10.
Yeah, my name's Harold Skadberg. I am co-owner of Viking Properties, formerly Pacific Coast Land.
My name is Jan Egil Gulbrandsen. I'm a co-owner and partner with Harold in Viking Properties.
We're fortunate enough to have Ben taking over more and more for us. He's been working with me for probably 4 or 5 years now, and the company is in good hands.
My name is Ben Gulbrandsen. I'm the president of Pacific Viking Group Properties. So what we try to do is really provide the most square footage possible within people's price range in a very neutral palette so that people can come in and make their own mark on their own home.
Welcome back. Here we go, the start of the fourth quarter. The Rebels again on the move here. They get the ball in Raiders field, the end of the field, the entire third quarter so far. And they've just got a 1st and 5 after the offside penalty. Jesse back to throw. Just loops it out to Hardesty. He's got such great speed. And before he gets tackled, looks like inside the 10-yard line. That was by number 23, Blake Johnson, made that tackle. Saved the touchdown, but another first down for the Rebels. It looks like they're just about the 8-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal. You just see Hardesty, he's got such great speed. And Johnson had the angle on him, obviously he's going to go low on him because he is usually to the legs. That's where you want to make the tackle. Just underway here in the fourth quarter, and Rebels have a 1st and goal. Just inside around the 8-yard line, I think it is, the angle I'm at. And 3 receivers to Jesse's right. Hardesty with the ball, just loops around. He takes it down, looks like to maybe about the 3-yard line. bring up second down and goal. You can see on the replay here that Hardesty just, he smells the end zone, and he's working hard to get in there, but the Raiders are denying him. There was again number 99 on the tackle, Brevin Arnold. So this is where the Raiders step up. This is where they need their goal line guys to just make the sacrifice. And they did. That was a good goal line stand. Number 44, Jake Smith and Tyler Ruckin on that tackle, keeping Hardesty out of the end zone. Your Coach Beatty saying, come on, line, and so that means they're going for it. So 12 minutes and 45 seconds. Clock running here in the fourth quarter. Rebels knocking on the door. They have a third down. They're gambling here from about the 3-yard line. Just the under center this time. They got too long in the huddle, I believe. Not too long in the huddle against the Rebels, so that's going to push them back 5 yards. Not sure what Coach Beatty wants to do on this. Well, Coach Lervold, the offensive coordinator, he's got his eye on Brown Dogby going in. So, you know, they're going to try it. Third down and goal. Ball's at about the 8-yard line. Rebels up 38-10. Which to some people that were talking this week, that's not a surprise. Raiders a little bit slow to the block this year. And the Rebels are pretty well red hot. So here's the third down. And they get the quarterback sack. That was number 6 coming off the edge. Jacob Gilman getting the sack for the Raiders, and a turnover on downs, and they're going to take possession. Looks like at about the 18-yard line. So that'd save the Rebels a little bit of anxiety right now as far as cutting to the sideline and what happened there. What was the breakdown? But the Raiders take over their own 18-yard line, trying to generate some offense. They've struggled all night to get anything going. Joe Malak just hand off to number 21. He's had a good evening. Jackson Rayback. And with that gain, oh yeah, he picked up about almost 5 yards, so that's going to put them in a second down. Just a handoff going to the Raiders right here. Made the first guy miss, and then just pick up what you can, because you know the pursuit from the inside out is going to squeeze it. So 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Chomalak in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Another run up the middle. Rayback, oh, nice move there. Close to the first down, but I don't think he got it. They're saying it looks like he came up about a yard shy. Oh no, they're saying first down. So he's gonna on the play here. He made a really nice move right here. Beauty. Just cut a little bit to his left. Keep his shoulders square of the line of scrimmage and get what you can get. So first down for the Raiders. Trailing 38-10 with 10 minutes and 40 seconds here to go in the game. Another third straight run to Raybacks for the Raiders right by Jackson Rayback. Another first down run by him. So they found a little bit of hole here on the Rebels' left side. But I think, in my opinion, you got to generate a little bit more quicker offense, being down by 28 points. So with the ball on their own 40-yard line, the Raiders get a fresh set of downs. They played well. The offense just hasn't been consistent enough this evening for the Raiders. 3 receivers in motion. Oh, high snap. Again, Reback gets the ball, but it's number 97 from the road was Tarek Polis that's in there to make the tackle. For about a 5-yard loss, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Yeah, the Raiders, they just, in my opinion, it looks like they, once they got down, they really couldn't just get over the hump to say, okay, this is what we got to do. Let's make it work. And they've struggled, and especially their punting game hasn't been real stellar this evening, and that's given the Rebels short field almost this entire second half. There's Chomalak. He missed the handoff, but he might be. Oh, that was a nice tackle. Or nice spin move. You got to be kidding me. Good for him. I thought he was going to be tackled. I didn't get the number who was chasing. I know Isaiah Karlicki was coming in hard. And he made that spin move and picked up the first down. Good quick feet. You can see in the replay here, they kind of messed up in the backfield. It looked like it was going to be a fake or a handoff, and he just takes off here. And that's Cordell Holder trying to chase him down, and Karlicki misses him in the middle inside spin. Good for him. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So first down. There's a quick little throw over the middle to Braybrook. Incomplete. Bradbrook, sorry. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball at the Raiders' 50-yard line. 51-yard line. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, Chomalak comes out of the huddle, and he had 3 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. Well, I think what happened there, the officials, the clock wasn't running when he first blew it in, so they stopped it to get the clock running, took it back to where it's supposed to go. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. There's another offside against the Raiders. That's been another bugaboo tonight. And when Chomalak also, when he runs, he has a hard time throwing the football. I think one time tonight, that's when he was able to get it away, and it was a nice long pass to Andre Gordon for the touchdown. But the other ones, as he's trying to roll out, he's not getting the comfort part of his lower body going to be under control to make the throws. But I think that was the Raiders offside. The motion men again, the inside receivers. They declined that. Rebels declined it. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Now 3rd down, and Raiders are going to punt. I think they're going to punt. Yeah, I see Ethan Moran on the field. And Rebels' lone returner back is Cairo Berry. He's had a decent night tonight. A little high snap, but it's all good. Just got touched. I thought the ball was blocked. I don't know why they're blowing that dead. I know they're supposed to blow it dead if it starts to roll back and it's a safety issue thing, but I thought the Rebels player touched that ball. I don't know if we'll see it, if there's a replay, but I thought he got his hand on it, so that would typically allow for the guy that touched the ball to run into the kicker. But in any event, it looks like we got a replay here. A high snap, and I thought for sure he got a hand on this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, his left hand. But the officials didn't see it, and they ruled that he was roughed, and they moved the ball up 15 yards, and the Raiders are going to get a 1st and 10. at the Rebels' 44-yard line. They got to get some points here quick if they want to get back in this. Both these teams play 3 times this year, and the way the schedule's set up, with the island teams don't go to Prince George, so they're going to play each other 3 times. So you have an opportunity to make up this game, since it's a best of 3 basically for final standings. Chumalock back to throw. Oh, nice interception. That was a bit of a one-handed. Yeah, there's gonna have a legal block on that one, but that was number 33 for the Rebels. Sham Sterling. Beautiful interception. One-handed. And he's running down, and it was a legal block. You can see in the replay here, it was an underthrown pass, and he just gets his hand on it here. Boom, right arm. Starts to run, and Marion Bradbrook makes the tackle, but there was also the legal block by, I think it was by Isaiah Carlicchia. So it's going to move the ball back 15 yards, but Rebels have possession. 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 45-yard line with 7 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, the Rebels, this whole second half, the Rebels controlled this game. They've spent the whole time basically in Raiders' end. Very short field for them on numerous occasions. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jesse back to pass. Takes off, slips 1 tackle. Throws beautiful pass for the catch. That was downfield to number 82. That was Tyson Burgott for a 1st down. That moves the ball deeper in the Raiders' territory at the 30-yard line. 6:40 to go, clock running. Yeah, the Rebels have done pretty good. Their passing game has been on tonight, as it was last week against the Huskers. They haven't run as much as the Raiders have tonight. Raybacks had a very nice running game. There's a deep throw to Kieran Pezant. He just lost it. He might have lost those in the lights. So that was incomplete, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Yeah, T. Jesse's the real deal. He's came to the Rebels, so there's a penalty here, so I guess it might be holding against the Rebels. But he came to the Rebels here from Carleton University, where he played last year with Carleton. And his dad was a CFL player out of Winnipeg. But he's been very well coached. You can tell by his entire football career. His lower body is right in sync with his upper body when he throws the football. So that was a hold on the last play, so that moves the ball back 10 yards. That's going to give the Rebels a 1st and 20. The ball is sitting at the Raiders' 40. No, I think that might have been a offside. Kieran Pezant. I think I don't know if it was whistled in or not. No, nobody's moving the ball, so I guess the play wasn't whistled in, so no harm, no foul. There, it's whistled in. Now they're ready to go. Jesse back to pass. Nice interception by Sean Adams. Back upfield. He gets pushed over from behind by, looks like, I think that was Cairo Berry. Number 16 on the Rebels made that tackle, Jaden Playfair. So on the turnover, you can see on the replay here, was just the ball sailed on Jesse a little bit here. I'm praising him, and then he lets one sail on him. And Sean Adams just picks it out of it and runs back where he can get, and he brings it back to about the original line of scrimmage, where the last play was blown in. It's the 39, so that's Raiders at a 1st and 10, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the football game. Tremolak's got 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Way back in the backfield. There's a handoff to Jackson, but nowhere to go. Again, number 97, Tarakolis, is just right there to make the tackle. There's a tackle for a loss of about, looks like about 7 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 17 for the Raiders. Yeah, I think one time too many going to their right. Yeah, he just didn't have time to really get his feet set after he took the handoff. Polos was in the backfield real quick. Same formation. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Passing situation for sure. He's going downfield, just out of the reach of Denali Robinson. That was intended for Paul Romanoff, incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 17 from their own 32-yard line. Again, a possible situation here where the Rebels are going to find themselves with another short field. Just got a text here by Blake Roberts that after 3 quarters in Chilliwack, the Huskers are up over the Rams by a 14-7 score. Thanks, Blake, for that. Ethan Moran back to punt again. Cairo Berry deep for the Rebels. Good snap. There's a better punts in the little bit of this part of it. Nice moves by Cairo. If he gets the seam here, he can score on this. There's some blockers. Oh, very nice tackle by number 47 on the Raiders. That's Taylor Vinny that made that tackle. Saved possible touchdown run. Very nice return by Berry on that one. I don't have stats to see how many punt returns he's had tonight, even though there's a whole bunch that were kicked out of bounds, but he could be closing in on his own tying team record from last week. Yeah, he had some blockers in front of him. If it wasn't for Vinny to make that tackle, he might have been in the end zone. So the Rebels again, another short field, starting at the Raiders' 36-yard line. Jesse in the shotgun, 2 and 2, hands off to Hardesty. Oh, beautiful cut up the middle for a good solid 5-yard run. Yeah, he stuttered his feet as he approached. I think it was 44 on the Raiders. Jake Smith, and you see in the replay here as he goes, he stutters his feet right there, and that he took him out of the play by doing that, and then he made just a quick cut to his left and picked up a good solid 5 yards. The clock is running. We're coming up on a 3-minute warning. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the football game. Rebels up 38-10. Split formation, both running backs in motion. There's a double throw. Looks like it was a pass, but Kieran Pazant again get enough for the first down, or pretty close with what the head linesman's walking in. Could be just a bit shy. They might measure this one. No, they're saying 3rd down. That's going to be really short, 3rd and short. So I'm sure the Rebels are going to go for this. These are the type of games when they play against the Raiders with the history these two teams have. They respect each other, but they're not going to kneel down. They're going to say, we're going to play the full 60, full speed. And sometimes that creates a little bit of animosity, but that's what the game's about. It's about playing for 60 minutes, because when you get out of the province or you're playing for a Cullen Cup championship, you don't stop after 45 minutes. Here's your gamble here. It's Jesse with the football. Oh, very nice play. That was Jason Henderson, number 5, making the tackle. Number 39 from the Rebels, that's Dylan Callan, had the football, and Jason Henderson just knifed in from his linebacker position and took the legs out of the running back for a loss and a turnover on downs. 3 minutes and 32 seconds here to go in the football game. See in the replay here how quickly number 5 Henderson gets off the ball, and he's right in the backfield now. upset the running back Callan, and it says, okay, turn over and downs, give it back to the Raiders. And they got a little bit of time to work with it to see what they can do. Create something going, so some of the positive coming in, so you get the next game where you worked hard, you've got game experience. This is a time also where you can try a couple new little plays to see how they work in full speed action. Shotgun snap again. Yeah, the reception there, they're calling that. Yeah, I pick up about 6. I think that was Andre Gordon, I think it was, that caught that. His jersey's up, so it's hard to tell if it's a 2 or a 3. They don't have a 13, so it was Andre Gordon on that catch. Yeah, you had to go down real low for it here, as you see in the replay, and just get his arms underneath it. Pick up a 7, 2nd down and 3. Clock running, 2:15 to go here in the ball game. Messed up handoff in the backfield, just a little bit too far of a stretch. So that's going to bring up, looks like a loss of about 7, bring up a 3rd down and 10. Yeah, I tried to get that ball into Rayback's hands, but just had to reach too far, and it just didn't work. So Rebels are going to get the ball back. Raiders will be punting from their own 30-yard line. Another opportunity for a short field for the Rebels. I wonder if Coach Beattie realized how short the field would be, based pretty well all based on special teams tonight with the Raiders with their punting game struggling a little bit. And Coach Visa, I'm sure, is, that's one of the things they'll be talking about this week at practice. How can we make it work to get coverage in with some deep punts? Oh, very nice center. Now there's a nice punt. Barry takes it at his own 45. Cuts back to his right. Makes a few guys miss. He's got a bit of an edge. He was tackled there by number 45, J.D. Mazur. But again, short field for the Rebels, 1.5 minutes to go. They're sitting at the Raiders' 41-yard line, 1st and 10. I'm sure Jesse's still in a quarterback. New quarterback, Simon Hales is in, number 14. Also does the punting and place kicking duties for the Rebels. Give the some young guys an opportunity to play. There's a run play by number 32 right into the head of the Rebels, Dave Lazama, sorry. Picked up 3 or 4. Just a basic play. Still run to the right. Everybody block to the right, find the hole. And yeah, pick up 3, so okay, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Clock running, 1:15 to go. Hale's still a quarterback. Let's see what they throw here. See if Coach Lervo allows him to throw a couple of passes. And he's gonna. Left-handed guy, left foot, left-handed guy. That's a beautiful touchdown pass. Zion Brown Dogby in his traditional backflip. So that makes the score 44-10 for the Rebels. Simon Hales is going to convert his own touchdown pass. He's in the replay here. It was just Zion just went right down the middle. And it was a nice pass. Had to turn back for it. Just made the play and does his little backflip, which he's good at, or front flip and backflip. There you go. Who says these guys aren't athletes? And the convert is good, and that makes the score 45-10 for the Rebels. With 59.3 seconds to go. Yeah, it was a state. When you look on it, it was a statement game. You know, the Rebels came in. They lost both last year, and they wanted to play well tonight. And they've had a good start to their season. The last time they won 3 in a row was in 2019, so it's not that long ago. But the last couple years well, yeah, I guess this last year was the only, because we took the COVID year off in 20. Yeah, they were ranked number 3 in the country going in, and they fell apart and they couldn't get it going. So this makes them very, very happy, obviously. And it also sets up a battle for first place with the Okanagan Sun next week up in Kelowna. The Rebels will be up there. That'll be a game to tune into. Here's the kickoff down to Davies. And coverage is on him right away. That was number 40 for the Rebels. Braden Look. Got downfield very, very fast. But next week's game up in Kelowna is going to be, it should be a good one. Both teams are undefeated. The Sun have the bye this weekend. And they're 2-0. They beat the Raiders, I think it was 50-19 in the first game. And last week they defeated Langley Rams 20-7. So, you know, they're going to be pumped. There should be a big crowd at the Apple Bowl. And I believe it's the TELUS game of the week. So the last few plays of this one, Raiders in passing down again. Something here, timeout, Rebels. So I can try to get some young guys in. And I don't have the schedule in front of me, so I'm not sure who the Raiders have next week. But their record now falls to 1-2. That's a position they haven't been in the history of their team very many times. They owned a undefeated streak there in the mid-2000s. BC record, I think, still stands. Yeah, the Raiders host Kamloops Broncos next week, so that should be interesting. I don't have a final score out of Prince George, but Kamloops, Raiders just beat them last week 14-7, so I'm sure they won up there in Prince George. You know, Prince George being a new team. Could be an interesting game in Nanaimo next week. It's a quick pass to Andre Gordon, who picks up, looks like about 7 yards. And with the Rebels up playing Okanagan, boy, that'll be a barn burner. Real good game. I think you got to tune into that one for sure. Yeah, 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. Clock rolling, 45 seconds. A pitch inside to number 83. That's Hayden Day. Just shy of the first down, unless might take a measure now. It looks like it's just, they're giving a first down. 40 seconds to go here. Yeah, a little pitch and catch, just finish the game out. Keep working hard, working on plays. There's a rush on. Another pass to Andre Gordon. Cuts back inside, but he cuts back and loses some yardage. But it'll be still a gain of about 5 with 29 seconds to go. So it's starting to heat up a little bit with the Rams playing. I'm not sure. They were down 14-7 at the end of the third quarter. Not sure where the final is, or close to the final. But if they start 0-3, that's a tough blow for the defending national champions. There's a high snap, big pressure on Joe Malak for another sack. And that's the 3rd time they've gotten to him tonight. And it was 16 seconds ago, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You see the Raiders stay on the field here and just play this out. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the game tonight. Now, good junior football. Get an opportunity to get to a live game. You're going to have a good experience. There's good music at the games. There's good entertainment. And it's just good ball. These young guys are working hard. These talented individuals are just making plays and making everybody smile. And that's what it's all about. It's just a football game, but everybody's working hard to give you a good presentation. And I also want to thank Roll Pacific, as usual, for the tremendous production they put together. And it's just a privilege to be able to call myself a person of the BCFC and somebody that gets an opportunity to stand up here and do this. I enjoy it, but I find it to be like a mission, if you will. And here's Barry again on the return. And that'll end the game. No flag. Oh, sorry, I got a flag. I'm sure it'll be declined or picked up. Could be no yards. Talking to the Raiders, so obviously it's, oh no, that's the officials talking to each other. Sorry, I apologize. Let's see what they're saying. Too many men for the Raiders, Rebels. No yards against the Raiders. I think you just pick up the flag and twirl it around and say we're done for the night. And no yards, too many men. Offset each other, offset, twirl, game over. So there you have it. From West Starlight Stadium in Westshore, the Westshore Rebels went in their third straight to open the 2022 season. The Raiders' record falls to 1-2 as the Rebels take this one by a score of 45-10. And again, thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight, and keep junior football out in front of you. And if, like I said, if you get a chance, keep tuning in or getting out to many live games as possible. Thank you very much. Good night.